First, deleting the data. So now I want you people to open your Visual Studio. All right, perfect. So, do you people remember, in order to work with Express in the previous class, what all packages as well as dependencies did we install? And what was the very first command that I run in the terminal? Can somebody tell me? Guys, please, I want you people to be responsive during the class. If you are not going to answer to my questions, then how will I be able to understand that you people understood? So, Kiran, you can see it's the same thing by opening your mic, right? We'll go to the terminal and write here. After that, I'll install the required packages. For that, I'll write npm install Windows Express course. That's it. And in order to work with the .env file, I also have to install the .env dependency. And before proceeding with our code, I want to know how many of you have gained your MongoDB URI. Sandhya, Java training will be started very soon, and we will do the Java classes as well. What about the rest of the others? Did you get your MongoDB URI? So do one thing, create a .env file like I'm creating over here. .env and provide your Mongo URI as well as the port number. Do copy paste your MongoDB URI inside the .env file. So I hope you people have copied and pasted your notebook you are writing in the .env file. Ma'am, but for Java, if we use MySQL database. Yes, Rohan, and while we are working with Java Spring Boot, we use the MySQL. And inside the Mon stack, we use the MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database. Now, we have created a server.js file. So, can anybody tell me what is the requirement of the server.js file? I have explained many times inside this class only. And this time I want you people to switch on your mic and tell me the answer.
Import all the dependencies just like Mongoose, Express, all these.
And what else do we do inside the server.js file?
We create our routes and APIs also.
All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do from here is I'll create a variable is equal to I'll import the express dependency. And then I'll assign this express dependency to another variable that is const app is equal to express. After that, I'll mention my port number. And for using the port number from the .env file, what I have to do is I have to import the .env dependency. So for that, I'll write. Tell me what should I write? I've already told this in the previous class. Go on, tell me. Require .env. And what is the another method that we provide?
Import.
Yeah. Config is the method. Vanshi, while you are asking, while you are answering to the question, you have to open your mic and tell the answer. After that, I'll write const port is equal to process .env dot port, or else the port number is 5000. Can anyone tell me what are the two middlewares that I told you people in the previous class? And in order to use the middlewares, which method do we use?
Middleware is basically used to authenticate the users and the server side. Using
And
the
what are the
Bcrypt,
two middlewares that we have to write over there?
just like Bcrypt dependencies.
No, we are going to use app.use express.json, as well as we will also use app.use force, and we will also import force with it. So now we will create the API for getting the users. And for that, which method do we have to use? Tell me.
Listen.
App.get.
No,
App.get.
yeah,
App dot
App.get.
So before using this method, what I will do, I can create a sample data over here. Sample data. Let users is equal to. I'm writing this code, and wherever you people will get any kind of doubt, make sure that you ask me and clear your doubts, because I need the answer whenever I'll ask my doubt. And I guess I'm clear with whatever I want to make you people understand. In order to get all the users, we have to write app.get, and then we have to provide our endpoints. This API. After that, I'll write users. And then I'll pass a callback function. I'll pass an arrow function. And it will respond with the JSON message. And the JSON message will provide all the users. Is anyone trying to say anything? And now I'll make my app listen. So for that, I told you people in the previous class as well. What is the very first parameter that I have to pass? Tell me.
Port number.
And here I will write console.log, and then I'll write server is running at port. I'll save this and I'll install. And in order to run the code, I write node server.js. I'll open the Postman. See, I'm getting the data, right? The data that I have provided over here. Is the data visible to all?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here I have got all the users. So what if I want to get the users on the basis of their ID? Getting the users on the basis of their ID. For that I'll write app.get. Then I'll provide the endpoints. After that I'll write users. And then finally inside the API endpoint I'll mention my ID. And then I'll pass an arrow function that is request response as the parameters. Const user is equal to users dot find by ID. Or we can also write only find. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
If people are not even telling me that maybe you are not even audible. So till here that we are using the find function, and inside that we are mentioning the user's ID, and we are comparing it. So here the percent is used to convert the ID into integer. Is anyone trying to say something?
No, ma'am.
So if the user is true, this means if it's true, then it will provide the user in the JSON format. Else, it will respond with the status code (404) with a JSON message. User not found. I'll save it. And here I'll stop the server. And then I'll install. Tell me which dependency do I need to install?
Node mode.
And what is the work of that node?
Basically, it was used to refresh the page or auto change updates.
After that, I'll write.
It automatically restarts the server once
Yeah. So here what I have written, I'm taking the ID from the parameter, right? Because inside the parameter, here, inside the API and I have provided the ID. So what I will do, I'll go over here and after the users, I'll write 1. See, I'm getting the data of the ID, which is 1, that is Alice. What if I provide the ID as 2? See, are you people getting the output?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. So one thing over here to notice is that we are not storing all the data inside our MongoDB, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell me, what do we need to do so that our data get automatically stored inside our MongoDB? What is the very first thing that we have to do?
Data collection.
We have to connect our Node.js with the MongoDB, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, we need to create an
For that,
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
for that, I'll create a folder models over here. And inside this module folder, I'll create user.js. Inside the user.js, can anyone tell me what am I going to write? What do we usually do inside this JS?
Create any schema of the table.
We create the schema of the MongoDB. So in order to create the schema, I'll first import the Mongoose dependency. Const Mongoose is equal to require Mongoose. And then I'll define my schema. Const user schema is equal to new Mongoose dot schema. And I'll provide name type will be string. And this will be the required parameter. Similarly, I'll ask the user for his email as well as age. Age will be the type number. And then finally, I'll export this module. Exports is equal to this model. So this is how we create our schema, which we have already done in the previous classes. I'll save this. And inside the server.js, I have to connect my MongoDB. So, can anyone tell me what is the very two keywords that I have told the people in the previous class in order to connect modules to a Node.js. And the another one is unified technology. If this gets connected, then console log connected to MongoDB. One thing that I want you people to know is that you people are not answering in the class, right? Whenever I am asking, you people are not answering. You people are not even being responsive inside the class. So keep this in mind. This thing will get an effect during the evaluation. Whenever I'll evaluate your projects, over there I'll also evaluate you people on the basis of your participation in the class. And if this node gets connected, then it will end. And so the error connecting to memory. So this is how we connect our Node.js to the MongoDB.
Ma'am, we can use the old Mongo URI or we should create a new one for this.
In any way you can use your Mongo URI. But the thing is that inside the Mongo URI you have to mention your database name.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Ma'am, could you show the package.json file? Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
So here I'll try to post a user, which means I'm trying to create a new user. So for creating a user, I have to use the post method of HTML. And the API endpoint will be used. And another asynchronous function. Here I'll create a try-catch block. And inside this try-catch block, I'll write const user equal to new user. So what I have to do is I have to import this user.js from the models. So here I'm creating a new user, and there I'm taking all the values from the body, for which I'll write request.body. And after taking the values for the fields that are present inside my user schema, I will save it. For saving it, I will write away user.save. And then if the user gets stored successfully, then it will respond with the status code 201. And if any error occurs over there, it will provide response.status 200 with a JSON message. Error. Creating the user. So I have to include movies over here as well. So here, as people can see, it got connected to a MongoDB. First. And I can expect a name, email, as well as age from you people. Tell me what name shall I give?
Aravind.
See, the ID is this one, name is Arvind, email as well as age. I'll select this ID. And I'll paste it over. I'll make a get request. Very useful. Okay, there might be some error. Some of this codes. Alright, this user is number 4. Let's change the API. I'll make a try catch block. And inside this block, I'll write const user is equal to await find by ID. And then I'll receive these from this dot parents dot ID. And then if the user is not found, then return with the response dot status 404 with a JSON message. User copy. Otherwise, spawn the JSON and get the user. And if any error occurs, provide the status code 500 to the JSON message. Error finding the user. So let me create multiple users. Before getting their data, we have created Aravind, then I'll create Shiran. I've copied the ID of Geeta. Let's see if I get the data of Geeta as well. Yeah, API users and then ID. See, I'm getting the data of Geeta. Are you people getting it as well?
Why is the error occurred, ma'am?
For creating a new user,
Yeah.
let's create another user and check if the error still exists. See, the user got created and we are getting the response of the user as well. So is it visible?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So sometimes these kind of error occur. The thing that you have to do is just restart the entire thing from the beginning. So this is how we can post a user and then we can get the user by its ID. And now what if we want to update the user? In order to update the user, we use the put HTTP method. For that I will app.put. I'll specify my API endpoint. API user and then ID. Listen. Request command response. Again, a try catch. Then oh, wait. This time I have to use user dot find by ID and update method in order to update the data of the user. After that, I'll request the data from the user I'll request the ID from the API endpoint. For that, I'll write this dot params dot id, and then I'll write request dot body. Whichever change that I want to make, I have to pass it in the body. And then, in order to create a new data, right, new, which has to be true. And then I'll have to write run validator as true. If the user is not found, whose ID is mentioned in the API endpoint, then it will return with status code 404. That is user not found as a JSON message. Otherwise, it will provide with the data of the user. That is the updated data. I'll go over here and I'll change the name from Sheeran to Viren. Method will be put, and let me check the API endpoint. User and ID. Let's change the user to Let's post another user and see. And then HP scenario. Here is what I have done. See, the name got updated from Viren to Ranveer. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So what have we done till so far? We have created the user. We have get all the data that is present inside our MongoDB. We have updated our user. And then finally, what we have to do is we have to delete the user if we do not want the user to be present in our database. So in order to delete the user,
Ma'am, if we mistakenly erase the ID number, it will show like error updating the user information, right?
can you please repeat your question?
Ma'am, the output is came actually as the output is came, but with the user ID, we voluntarily erase number. Should it return the error updating the user information output?
Say for example, previously what we did, we were manually providing the ID of the user over here as only, right? But say in the second case, what have we done? We did not provide any kind of ID or any data inside our server.js file. Instead, what we are doing, we are going to our Postman testing application and creating our user there only, right? So what MongoDB is doing over there is MongoDB is automatically providing an ID of the user, which we can see over here. So in order to provide the ID, we have to provide this particular ID when the data is getting stored inside the MongoDB, right? In order to make any kind of update inside the data. So we have to copy that ID from MongoDB and paste it over here inside the URL. I hope I am able to clear your doubts. Or you are trying to ask something else.
Can you display the error messages?
Error got displayed over there, na? Were you able to see the reference?
Not like that error, ma'am. That catch error method, error updating the information. If we mistakenly give the wrong input, it should display the error output, error updating the user information. Like that's why I'm asking.
See, instead of Ranveer, if you are not providing any data, see, it is providing the error.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Thank you.
Yeah. in order to delete the user, right, and or delete. Inside that, I'll provide the API as user and then ID. And this request someone response. Okay, dashboard again. Const user is equal to again user dot find by ID and delete. And then same thing. If the user is not found, provide user not found. And then if the user is found, it will provide the message. User deleted successfully. Provide the delete request. Check the API endpoints, user and then ID. See, we are getting the message user deleted successfully. Aren't we? Are people getting it as well?
Yeah, ma'am.
So this is how we create, read, update, and delete our data that is present inside our MongoDB. Similarly, if you are making any e-commerce website, over there as well, if you want to put any kind of product inside your e-commerce website, in the similar way, you can add your product, update the prices of your product or the description of your product. And similarly, if the product is out of stock or you are not able to sell the product again, then you can delete the product as well in the similar way. So it's already 9. Anyone is having any kind of doubt?
No, ma'am.
If no one is having
No,
any
ma'am.
kind of doubt, then you people are able to leave the meeting.
No, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. I have a doubt.
Yeah.
When you are updating a user, I'm
Yeah.
I'm audible.
Yeah. This way.
Yeah. Uh, when you are updating a user's details, then you will be performing on a put operations to get the API call
Yeah.
and got some error. Then after you will be change put operation into post operation and then call the API again. Then it will be performed. Why that's the difference is?
Actually, see, what I did was inside when I provided the put request over there, here I forgot to provide a backslash. Got it? Which is why it is providing me. It was providing me the error back then. And after that, what I did, I provided a backslash over here, and then I tried to create another user. And after creating another user, I provided a backslash and then updated the data present inside that user. Got it? Which is why I didn't got the error again.
Yeah,
So
sure.
whenever you get these kind of errors in your code, make sure that your code is 100% correct and is it working fine. And the most important thing is that you do not forget to provide your error inside this console, because these errors help you to find your error which is present inside your code. So once you resolve those errors, then you are good to go.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in the try-catch method. Before your try-catch method, there are some errors in the code. Is the try-catch method is more convenient for this?
Yeah, try catch method is convenient because inside the catch block, what we are doing, we are providing an error message, and after the error message, we are also providing the error keyword, right? So that error keyword helps to provide the error that is causing inside our console, which is helpful for us to rectify our error present inside the code. So try catch method is most effective method to write our code.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am? Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am? Ma'am, put delete
Yeah,
method. Ma'am, is it audible, ma'am? Hello,
yeah,
ma'am?
yeah.
Ma'am, put delete
Yes,
method.
Vinod, you are audible.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm asking doubt. Hello, ma'am?
Ask.
Ma'am, put delete function or MongoDB function or like what?
Can you repeat your question again?
Ma'am, put delete post method are showing that. Hello, ma'am?
Yeah, the put, delete, and post method are the HTTP methods. Vinod.
Okay, ma'am. That is not MongoDB functions. Not
No, no. Those are
what?
HTTP methods which we are sending via the URL in order to work with our data that is present inside the MongoDB.
Yeah, ma'am. Using express.js, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay. That is surely not MongoDB, right?
No.
Okay. Ma'am?
So Shubham,
Yes, ma'am.
so these keywords, you can mention them or you cannot mention them. Those are not mandatory. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Are there any doubts further?
Ma'am?